Today we're standing in our new military exhibit, Answering the Call, and this exhibit will focus on the North Carolinians who have served in uniform from the Spanish-American War up through the end of World War II.
We have been in development with this exhibit for some time, but have started working in earnest over the last 18 months to a year. We had an exhibit on the centennial of World War I in this gallery, and now we are repurposing the gallery in a new configuration, so that will include new content and new vignettes. Right now we have stagehands helping us install the audio-visual components of the exhibit to help with the immersive nature of it. They are installing projectors for moving pictures, including a periscope that you'll be able to look through the battlefield on, but they are also including camera footage from planes in World War II, and there will be a large presentation on Iwo Jima at the end of the exhibit.
That's the fun part, is creating an environment for people to feel like they're actually in the scene. Just being able to get your creative juices flowing and to make it look as realistic as possible on a one-to-one scale.
This exhibit has several wow factors, if you will, different vignettes. One of them is the Malenta Tunnel right here on the island of Corregidor in the Philippines. It was General Douglas MacArthur's headquarters. It was a barracks, it was a hospital, it was a supply depot. As the Japanese got closer and closer, really the only safe place to be was underground. And even then, you weren't all that safe from a direct hit, either on the entrance or directly above. You could have some of the laterals inside the tunnel come crashing down on you, but it was a lot more safer than being out in the open. But we also have an Iwo Jima vignette. Iwo, of course, is really kind of the defining moment in the history of the U.S. Marine Corps. In February and the first part of March 1945. Iwo is, of course, where we had several thousand Marines become casualties in the Black Sands, the volcanic island there at Iwo. A lot of them had trained in North Carolina. Some of them were North Carolinians themselves. As part of the vignette, we're trying to make it as realistic and as immersive as possible. And so we have an original World War II 75mm pack howitzer that's sitting on the beach there.
And just trying to get the sand to look like the black sand from Iwo Jima has been a creative process. The sand from Iwo Jima was a really coarse, loose, rocky sand, which was one of the challenges that our military had in the battle there. The jeeps and their transportation would get bogged down. They couldn't pack the sand to make bunkers, and just trying to get that kind of consistency on a large scale was a matter of trial and error.
We want people to try and understand what our veterans have gone through. It's extremely hard to get across in just film or in just writing, but I think in the three-dimensional nature of the exhibit does help people understand that, and then also by using North Carolina veterans' stories and history that we've collected over time, it does help lend some reality, because we're really talking about real folks.
We're trying to make that human connection and make our visitors realize, that these soldiers are not nameless, faceless people in the past, that these were everyday folks like themselves who found themselves caught up in some of history's greatest events, and just trying to put a human face on this as much as we can and really have visitors relate to the folks of North Carolina and really our shared past as much as we can.